Welcome on in. This is our second moon reading. Last week we encountered Stone Goddess. We encountered maternal, ancestral traumas, ancestral triggers. So a lot to do with either you are this maternal figure or a maternal figure in your life had a major block of getting into this new way of living, this new way of being. And we really connected with that mountain energy. We connected with stability of being on this planet. We connected with the notion of a maternal figure doesn't need to be human. You don't need to expect certain things from your mother or from being a mother, that there are mountains all across our beautiful planet that support you. Working with Apu stones, mountain stones, that is really what we were connecting into last week. Let's see what's going on for this week. How did unleashing and not putting all of our attention to this expectations of either being a mother or having a mother around, those maternal, generational, how do I even put this? I don't like saying curses because it's not a curse. They're just generational traumas from that maternal aspect. Let's see what happened when we actually let those burdens go to the earth. We let those burdens go to our guides, stepping stones. It opened up a new path. It opened up a new focal point. I feel as though with those ancestral burdens, there was no focus on your actual path. Your path had twigs, your path had brush, your path had so much random crap from others that you were just taking other people's paths. You were taking that cleaning of the ancestral on the maternal side. You're taking that path, cleaned up that path. And now that we said, no more, I'm not cleaning that path anymore. Either they can clean it or this just isn't the path for me. And now we see this other path that there was so much stuff on it and there's no more debris all over it. We can actually walk on our path. And we were masking so much that we finally took the mask off and we can see our designated path. And it's quite simple. It used to seem incredibly complicated to take this path, but that's only because everyone else's debris was on it. Hello. Now, let's check out more info on this path. Kingfisher. So there are certain ways of expressing yourself this week, expressing yourself on this path, and I'm actually getting another card, Magnolia. We're attracting new ways of speaking. We're attracting new pleasures to be explored. We're attracting new abundance, and we're honestly, picture this as a higher self. Our higher self is taking us there. We don't have to physically go there. We get to energetically go there. We get to astral project ourselves in experiences that we have yet to even imagine. So definitely either work with Magnolia, be thankful for your higher selves for bringing you bringing us into an experience that we didn't even know could occur in our lives. And it feels as it's a very positive experience. And it's almost as if you've been pushing towards certain goals and they've seemed a bit complicated. Now your higher self is showing you that goal with less complications, less obstacles. And last week we had the citrine card of receiving support and confidence towards our goals, towards our wishes. So after receiving that support, after receiving that confidence in our goals and wishes, what's going on here? Jade and Pink Lotus, sink into silence. God bless you. Sink into silence. So utilizing Jade, this is honestly showing me a lot of recognition of our masculine and feminine heart cosmic chakras. It's showing how do we use everything in our web. How do we use all of the physical material items in our life? How do we show gratitude towards all of the people in our life? How do we show gratitude towards all of the spirits in our life? And can you sit with them and listen? So I'm really seeing a translation of your higher self is showing you all of the steps, very simple, basic steps to see where you've been in the mud, where you've been in the trauma, the triggers, the yuck, the muck. And it's raising your awareness of how you've gotten out of it, how you've ascended, how you have grown in your physical consciousness, how you've grown in your spiritual consciousness, your material gains. It's showing us how we are using energies and emotions. And we had a lot of spiritual flame last week. We had a lot of putting in what we have faith in and burning away what we may believe in but wouldn't put ourselves in it. That's gone now. That's been transmuted. And now we can actually be grateful for the things that match our vibration. We can be grateful for the things that stuck in our web. Let's see what's going on here. Your delight charms the world. The collective I'm speaking with right now, at times, so there's a bunch of smiling faces, but I feel as though there's a huge imposter syndrome. I feel as though all of your connections to the people, the places, the things, they would reflect their sadness upon you. A lot of sadness, a lot of dark, triggered trauma, places, people, things would be attracted to you, and there was a misconception of you being the darkness, you being the sadness, you being depressed, you being anxious, when in actuality, you will and have been ascending those people around you. And you change others' perspective. You change others' lives. So kudos to you for changing other people's lives. And I'm not sure this week, I'm not sure you understand how big of an impact your spirit has on other souls. You have such a huge impact, you haven't even noticed your own ascension, your own progress. So this week, sit with your higher self. Utilize either jade or pink lotus. Utilize magnolias, or even connecting more with your higher self, and see how you've ascended. You are worthy of being grateful for your connections in this life, of your accomplishments. So that's what this second moon has to say, is recognizing your own accomplishments, recognizing that you've changed for the better, that you've changed to this higher way of speaking, you've changed to this higher way of doing, you've changed to a higher way of existing. You don't exist the same way that you've existed in the past. You're in the moment, and it's time now to focus with spirit. What are you grateful for? And how does all of your gratitude bring you a step closer into something that you've been wishing for such a long time? And it's coming in. It's physically coming in. But it's bigger than you've ever hoped. There's almost an incomprehensible sense of not realizing what's coming in for you is pure bliss. And the more you sit with it, the closer you get. The more you sit with your goals, the more you're grateful for what you already have. Those connections strengthen, and the way you physically enter into this new reality gets really easy. It gets broken up into very simple steps. So this is a wonderful transition. Thank you guys so much. Namaste. Bless.